It is a damn good day to have a damn good day. We're live. Al Pizzle's in the building.
Woo!
Pizzle Productions.
Yes, sir.
It's going down tonight.
Going down basement, you heard?
There is just energy in the room today.
Damn, we got my brother Ian Lanizzle.
And a wise man once said, you gonna learn today.
My brother, thank you for having me, man.
Welcome.
Love,
Welcome.
dog.
It's happening. You're a busy man. Every single time I see your story, I see what you're doing. You're at a different wedding. You're at a different place, and you're setting the vibe. You're setting the energy.
Life has been good, dog. Life has been good, man. I just feel honored and blessed, man, to just have love in my life, man, to be healthy, to have a roof over my head, man, to have 4 wheels that work, bro, to have gas in my car, to have food on the table, to have steak when I come into the damn Good Day show, you know. Just so many great things happening in life, man. You know,
I'm nice
happy
steak,
right now.
and you discovered honey with steak.
Honey, dog. Oh my God, bro. Sky is the producer. Yo, Sky. I don't know if you don't got no camera angle on you. Yo, Sky is the man, dog. First of all, he's a Giants fan, so that's already my brother right there, man. We've been crying for years, man. But yo, man, you and Sky, y'all put me on that honey with steak, bro. Oh my God.
Honey, it's crazy because our ancestors used to eat steak, butter, and honey.
And that's it.
And if you put those three together with some avocado, you're allergic to avocado, but with some avocado, it's just so good. So good.
No adobo. No, like, little seasonings that you could buy at, you know, Whole Foods or Publix and nothing like that. Bro, you put me on. I don't think I could ever have a steak again without honey.
Would you ever own honeybees and do, like, the honeybee thing?
Hell no. So as a kid, it's funny. Like, one of my biggest fears, not anymore, up until recently, one of my biggest fears was bees, dog. I hated bees. Because when I was, like, 9 to 10 years old, I was in a soccer tournament. One of my teammates' little brothers got stung in the mouth by a bee. Like, and on his tongue. And I just remember, like, he just screamed. Like, I've never heard anybody scream so loud in my life, dog. Ever since then, man, I said, fuck bees, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Bees are not the play.
So, to answer your question, no.
Stung on the tongue.
Yeah.
Beekeepers are nuts, though. They like, especially the ones that don't wear masks. A lot of them do it. It's kind of a badge of honor amongst beekeeping, and people look at them like they're crazy. Morgan Freeman actually is really into collecting honeybees and producing his own honey.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's
Yo,
into
bees
it.
are so necessary, man, for life, for Earth, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, what are the benefits of honey? What are the benefits of bees? Because I hear often. Can we look it up?
I'm looking it up.
Please, man. Yo, like, apparently we cannot survive without bees. Like, there are no humans. There is no Earth without bees.
Actually, our last guest brought this up, that you put honey on cuts. But either way, honey is a good source of antioxidants, antibacterial, antifungal properties, heals wounds. This is what she was talking about.
Heals wounds, fire.
Phytonutrient powerhouse, helps for digestive issues. That's good to know. That might be why it's working so well for you, Jones.
That's true. Your boy's got digestive
Soothes a
issues.
sore throat and cough, and brain benefits.
Oh my God.
I was reading. I was watching a
honey.
Netflix documentary, and it was talking about how bees are disappearing at a rapid rate, but not just. You typically hear bees are disappearing at a rapid rate, but they're disappearing at a rapid rate. Yeah, they're just half of the hives are just vanishing almost overnight. Is it
like a climate change type of situation?
They don't even know. It's such a big issue.
Yeah. And
until we get the artificial bees swarming around, I don't know how it's gonna happen. What's crazy too is
artificial bees.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, if they can make artificial mosquitoes, they're gonna have to make artificial bees. We're gonna need them.
We are gonna need them.
You know, we're gonna need some artificial bees.
Are we killing them? Like, do you feel like with all the gas and like the fossil fuels that's in the air?
I mean, no doubt. I mean, human race is just meant to eventually grow so big that we can't support it. But that's one way of looking at it. But I do like to think optimistically that technology will catch up to our problems.
Facts. Yes, 100%. And when I think about war, you know, in that kind of aspect, bro, like just like how for all of mankind, one thing that has always been consistent has been like wars, right? It's always been battle for territory, a whose dick is bigger contest, like just a whole like movie about, no, I'm better than you, you know, because I look this way, or just because I am who I am, or I'm from where I'm from. And it just gets scarier and scarier. I feel like I feel like there will be another terrorist attack, but it won't be like a 9/11 type of thing. And this is mad. I don't even know how I'm even thinking about this right now. Mad random. I really do believe that the next attack in the United States, God forbid it does happen, knock on wood, will be a cyber attack on some like everything wiped, bro. All documents, all kind of like anything that's digital, like all bank accounts, everything. Like you can't trace absolutely nothing. It could be pros, it could be cons. You know, debt could be white.
I wish I knew more about how Anonymous works.
Anonymous, yes.
That dude is, or whoever, him or her behind that
or
mask.
they.
Yeah.
Or they could be a
I
group.
recently saw something. They're going after the Luna guy who made billions on Luna.
I saw that.
They're like, Luna. I don't know his name, but he's going down. Imagine having Anonymous against you. That is freaky.
Yo,
No,
that's scary, dog.
Seriously. Every electronic's probably just tracking you at that point.
I remember one time on Twitter, man. The power of technology is crazy, man. On Twitter, one time, like, when I was on the radio, Fifth Harmony, when the girls were still together before they did their solo careers, they had the illest like fan base ever, the Harmonizers. That's how they call themselves, right? And so, you know, when I was doing my night show on my old station in Miami, like, you know, a lot of them would tweet me like, yo, put this song, you know, on the countdown, boom, boom, boom. And so then me and one of the Harmonizers were going at it a little bit. And so one of them threatened me like, yo, like, I will take over your account. I will hack it and I will lock you out of your own account and I will tweet from your account. I'm like, you can't do that. She's like, bet? I'm like, bet. And she literally hacked into my Twitter account and blocked me out of it.
That day?
She started, like, right away, like, within, like, 3
Is
minutes.
it because she was on the same Wi-Fi?
No. She was on the same Wi-Fi. Like, I don't even know where this girl was from, dog. Maybe it could have been a guy. I don't even know. But, dog, like, I literally couldn't access my Twitter. And I see from like, another Twitter account that I have, somebody's tweeting from my shit, bro. And it's like talking about Fifth Harmony's the greatest band of all time. Like, just shit that I just don't say.
So her side hobby is just hacking.
I guess. But like and she looked like she was fucking 16 years old, 15 years old, bro. And then she gave it back to me and she messaged me. She was like, see, careful. And I'm like, I ain't even right back. That scared the shit out of me, dog.
That is such a flex.
Yeah, a major flex, man. I'm like, you right, my bad. Fifth Harmony coming up, you know. That was a mean ass flex, man.
That is so scary.
Wait, so what was her involvement with Fifth Harmony?
The what?
What was her involvement with Fifth Harmony?
Oh, she's just a fan, a super fan.
Oh, whoa.
These were all just super fans, man.
That's intense.
It's crazy, man. I remember like, I'll play Fifth Harmony tonight if I get 4,000 followers tonight, and they just do like this whole campaign. Like, all right, you got to follow him so we can play. Then I got like, all of a sudden, I got 5,000 followers. As soon as I played the song, they all unfollowed me. Yo, it's like these fan bases, especially on Twitter, dog. Right now, the fan base is BTS, the BTS army, right?
Yeah.
The kids from South Korea.
Yeah, I think
BTS,
South Korea, yeah.
BTS army, don't hit me for that. Yeah, man.
They just
gangster.
They just school.
Social media gangsters, bro. Like, real shit, man. Technology is in a very scary place, bro.
It's crazy when you think about it. I was thinking about some of the most useful, game-changing technologies that just changed life. Yeah. And the three that came up to my mind that just blow my mind are, number one, AirPods. AirPods are incredible.
I love AirPods.
You can't even imagine going back to just using, the old school
wired,
headphones.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, right?
It's awful.
Contacts. Right? I mean, I have LASIK, so I don't use them anymore, but I use contacts for like 12 years. Contacts are incredible. We developed contact lenses.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go,
that's
humans.
Fire. You think about it, that's pretty cool. I never thought about that.
Another one, backup cameras in cars. Holy smokes. Unbelievable. Amazing. Yeah. Backup cameras, I can rip around my 4Runner and just send it and so skirt, and I get a lot of like honks because people don't realize I got the backup camera.
Yeah.
But you can parallel park like a beast with that thing.
Anywhere, dog. Game changer.
Without a backup camera, I can't parallel park for shit.
What would you say is one thing that you can't, like, technology-wise, that you use a lot that you just can't get rid of?
My phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to stop. I'm definitely addicted to my phone.
But we got a whole computer on our phone, dog.
Something that I have been a lot more conscious about because I've honestly think that because I am so plugged into my phone that it's actually had a negative impact on me. Like it's actually made me depressed at times because I get caught in a loop and it has to be happening to everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've just been very intentional about putting my phone on airplane mode and putting it in a different room and just trying to like get away from it almost because my brain's just, you know, it's working. I want to work. I want to build. I want to build the brands, you know, cigars.com, the Damn Good Day show, my own personal stuff. Like I want to go and build.
It's a trap, dog.
And I think I'm building, but I'm not building. I'm just in this loop going through the apps. And next thing you know, I looked at the same app 5 times in a row and that's the trap. And then I think that triggers depression.
Yeah, 100%. Because especially most of the times of what we're looking at is what other people are doing, you know? And then you start naturally comparing without even realizing. And that just makes you sad because you just, like, Instagram and social media is all, they only show highlights, you know? Like, very rarely do people really show their lowlights.
Yeah.
People don't really post their lowlights or what they're really going through on their socials. So when we see, like, you know, so many people doing well, we don't realize subconsciously that, like, yo, like, we're putting ourselves and comparing ourselves to those that are doing well, right? And then when we get off the phone and we just start subconsciously realizing that we don't have what person Z has, then I feel like that kind of triggers something inside of you that's like, fuck, you know? It's really, like, I got to a place too, man, where, like, yo, like, just scrolling, man. All of a sudden, 1 hour passed, 2 hour passed, 2 hours passed, 3 hours passed, man. And it's like,
well, they're built to just hook you.
Yo, crazy, man. It's a trap, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a digital strip club. Social media is a digital strip club, dog.
I
for
know.
free.
I don't want to get the Oculus because I don't think I'll ever leave. They'll never replace dogs though on an Oculus.
Nah.
Dogs, I
Dogs
think, are
on
going to save the
Oculus.
world.
Yeah,
like if you're in a VR world, you can't just have a dog in VR world. It's not the same.
Nah, man, it's not.
Petting a dog is just way different. And you can never have that. I think dogs are going to save the VR pandemic when shit really hits the fan.
Yeah.
It's going to go back to the four-legged friends. They're going to bring us back to the universe.
I hope so. I wouldn't be mad at that. Honestly, I would trust a dog to help me out. You know, if I'm like about to like blow the world up and shit, and I can't do it without my dog.
Yeah, without my dog.
Yeah.
We don't deserve dogs. I think dogs make people better.
They really do, man. Yeah, I keep it real. Like, not even just dogs, but just pets. Period, man. Like I've had dogs in the past, and right now, I have a little kitty, and I say she's like an undercover dog, undercover puppy. Like mad cool, just not your average cat. Just super snuggly, mad cool. Like just chill. and I was just telling my girl the other day, like, yo, I feel like Simbita is her name. Like I feel like she's helped me learn how to love more.
Simbita?
You know? Simbita. Because I thought it was Simba. I thought it was a boy when I first got her, right? And so then found out that it was a girl. So then I just tried to feminize it in Spanish. So now it's Simbita.
Simbita. Right? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But it's crazy, man. Like how animals just, without even realizing, we learn to love others because of how we love them, you know, and how they love us, you know.
I have big plans in the future when I think about my long-term life and where I want to be. And it involves something like Joe Exotic, you know, Len Jones Exotic, whatever you would call it. I want to have
Len Exotic.
Some awesome animals that with plenty of land that they can roam. I don't want a horse or anything.
Yeah, which one?
But I want, you know, serval. I want ocelots, Maine Coons, like lots of different cats.
The only animal that I recognize from what you just said is just cats. I don't know anything else you just said. I don't know anything else you just said right now, bro. Yeah. But it sounds great.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what, are you trying to open up like a zoo? Or
no, I just want to have...
just for yourself?
I just want to be... I think animals make me aware of what's going on. They pull you out of the rift. Yeah. They pull you out of the digital landscape.
Yeah.
But one thing I've noticed is that, back to our earlier point, is that we're both turning 30. I'm turning 30 in 2 days. By the time this podcast rolls, I'll already be 30.
Fire.
Shout out. Made it this far. I'm stoked. Grateful.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Grateful. You never know how many more time you have on this earth. Not to get down, but celebrate life. And I've noticed I care way less though about like likes and comments on any of my stuff. I'll be honest. Like I really don't. We post content religiously because content is king in this world, and hence the podcast is a form of content and all the clips we make. But I just don't care anymore, and it's very liberating.
Yeah, because you're not allowing, you know, like when you allow likes, comments, the X amount of followers, to really get in your head, you're allowing other people to control your emotions. You allow other people to control your mind. You know, you just have no control of yourself internally, right? And like, I think liberating is definitely the perfect word to describe that, man. Like to not give a fuck is such a skill. It's a skill set.
Yeah.
To not give a fuck is a skill set, bro.
And the older you get, it becomes easier.
Not for everybody though, because there are older people, man, that like are still caught up. Granted, the social media wave is it's still relatively new, right? So we don't completely know the long-term ramifications, like a cancer, you know, where we've known cancer for a long time, and and AIDS and all this type of diseases. Like, we know what it does after all these years. Social media is still fairly new. Well, like maybe like 15 years, maybe like just little by little, 20 years, maybe at the most.
People that are grown up with social media, how do you not become a robot long term if you just grow up with social media?
Exactly. Like Instagram is what, like 10 years old?
Minecraft is probably such a gangster game for like a 2-year-old. Oh man, probably just smash Minecraft.
But Minecraft is something that, like my little brother Jay, he has autism. He is so good. Yeah, shouts to my little bro Jay. He is so good with building things, and he didn't know that, and we didn't know that until he started playing Minecraft, because it takes a lot of building in Minecraft, right? And so there's certain things that can be, that can be pros, but there's a lot of things where it could be cons too. And I just think it's so important to, like, once you get to that place of not caring about likes and followers and comments and all, you're now taking control of your own emotions. You're taking control of your own mind. You're taking control of your own heart. And now people don't have control over you, you know? Like, you just get to a place where it's like, all right, whatever happens. You get to a place where, like, all right, like, if this is meant for me, then it's for me. Whatever's happening right now is supposed to happen. We weren't able to link up for, like, the last, like, couple months and all, because it just wasn't meant to be. But like, and I believe in God. I have my relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and it just felt right to where, when you reached out the last time, like, yo, so what's up? Like, we doing this or not? And
gotta stay persistent.
Yeah, you gotta stay persistent. Facts, which I appreciate.
That's how you get Pizzle Productions.
Yep. I think it's, everything is divine intervention, man. Everything is supposed to happen for a reason. You're supposed to go through, I feel like everybody got to go through depression, man, at some point. I feel like everybody has to, because we don't appreciate the good things. We don't appreciate the beauty of the journey and of the result after the journey without going through that struggle in the beginning.
Well, yeah, if you go through real struggle, you build empathy.
Yeah.
And then you have this level of caring that you can connect with other people. And that's why the most fascinating people have been through the craziest lives and the craziest life experiences.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, you're not thinking that. You're thinking, this sucks. Pain is an easy indicator of, I want pain to be over, right? But when you're in pain for a long time, like I talk about this all the time. I had I had like a tumor in my leg that was giving me sciatica pain for like two and a half years. I had neuropathic eye pain in my eyes. It all happened at the same time. Same thing with SIBO. I was a wreck as a human. But when all of that chapter turned, I'm just such a happier person, man. Like,
it could have gone
every
wrong.
time I like roll over in bed and I go on my side and I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I end up going back on my back because now I sleep on my back. How do you sleep? Do you sleep on your back?
It really depends, man. I'm like all over the place, bro. Like, for some reason I just wake up with my hand either on my balls or on my butt cheek, and like it's somewhere in my undies, man. Like, I always have one hand inside of my undies, bro, and I just wake up, I'm like, and I will purposely go to sleep like this, like with my hands up.
It's gotta be like a comfort thing for dudes because it's something you gotta train yourself out. I think we're born to do it, but then you should train yourself out of that.
Yeah.
But I always sleep on my back because that's number one, the best way of sleeping for your body. Yeah. For like your spine, sleeping on your back is by far the best.
Noted.
Stomach is actually the worst.
Really?
Though I don't know what it is, but around 6 a.m. I always do, when I wake up and have to pee, I come back and I crush the last like 20% on the stomach, and it's nice.
Word. And just going back to the pain, like I guess it's funny because you had that tumor in your leg and everything else that you were going through and all, like you got to a place where you enjoy little things like turning in bed, right? You know, and it's things that you didn't think about before, bro. You know, because we take all of these things for granted, man. We take tea for granted. We take honey on steak for granted. We take steak for granted, period. You know, the fact that we're just able to just, you know, Sky could just cook up steak, you know, anytime he wants, man. You know, so many people out in the world, man, that they don't have the privilege to just eat whenever they want, you know? Like maybe they gotta wait a day or 2 days for like a spoon of rice, or maybe like just one bite of chicken or something like that, or they got to continue the only water they got is just dirty water. And we're in a place where, like, although tap water is not the best water, but tap water is a whole lot cleaner than, you know, in Florida, a whole lot cleaner than many places around the world. And it just makes you, you know, I feel like little things like that really, for me at least, makes me appreciate life so much more, and it makes me appreciate being a Giants fan that much more. Right, Sky?
That's right, dude.
We've been struggling for some years, dog.
It's like not having good drinking water almost.
Yeah.
Actually, not comparable at all. Let me put that out there.
We've been drinking poison for the last 10 years, man.
My friend was telling me about one of his good friends, and that had this terrible disease. I don't know what the disease is called. I gotta ask him, but it's one of the most terrible diseases you can get, where essentially just within about 2 years, bits and bits of your body, and there's a 0% cure rate, like bits and bits of your body just start to like deteriorate. You lose function of like controlling your body, and eventually you're just in like the worst pain. And so when you get to a point where you can't even like swallow food and everything, like that's when it's so bad that eventually people give them the option of taking a pill and killing themselves. And he was telling me this story about how this guy, he documented the entire experience and wrote a book about it, like while he was still able to. Wow. And on his last day, he invited all of his friends over to his backyard, and he gave a speech in front of everyone, you know, and he, like towards the back half of the speech, he was talking about how he has this pill and that he can use it at any time. Wow. And in the speech, he said, just an FYI, I have actually already taken the pill. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to go. And he went out swinging like that.
That's a big dick move right there.
It's not the biggest dick move I've ever heard, man.
Wow, man.
Imagine that.
Damn.
You're like, listen, I already made the decision, and I took the pill. And he said one of the big learnings was when you're that, just you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't eat. One of the best things is just going outside and listening to the birds. And that's like one of the things you appreciate the most. Yeah. You just want one more day listening to the birds. So I think the lesson there is, number one, you have to find a way to be happy in this world. And if you are sad, if you are depressed, you have to confront that sadness and depressed. Ask for help. Find someone. Do some research. Get a dog. Fix your gut health, because gut health is a huge problem with people that are depressed because of like serotonin's created in your gut.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think depression is a choice?
No.
Why?
No, because of gut health. Because when I had SIBO issues, and I get where you're going with that, but when I had SIBO issues, I couldn't be happy. When your gut's not decomposing food, you literally can't create serotonin in your body, which causes panic attacks. For me, Hashimoto's disease and all this stuff. So I would say, as a healthy individual, yes, 100%, you choose happiness. But as somebody that has chronic inflammation, which most of the world does, like if you have IBS, chances are 1 out of 3 people listening to this podcast have IBS at a very low level.
What is IBS?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Ah, got you.
Yeah, cool. And it's bad, because if your gut lining can't absorb nutrients, then even if you eat yogurt and granola and whatever the healthy stuff you're eating with blueberries, your body's not absorbing the nutrients.
Interesting.
But if you clear out your digestive tract, you eat more fiber. For me, I had to do a 2.5 week elemental diet to clean it. You will begin feeling happiness. Like you've never felt before.
Absolutely.
Now back to your thing though. Absolutely, it's a choice, right? You know, like
it's a yes and no answer.
Yeah, it's
definitely a yes and no answer.
You know, my dad was telling me, he's like, I got 60-year-old problems, man. You know, I got, you know, hurts to poop and my tooth just cracked, man. I'm 60 years old. This shit happens. No pun intended. Yeah. He's like 62, I think. Shout out, Dad. He listens to all my podcasts.
That's
I
awesome.
love you.
What's up, Dad?
Sent me a great card. He's great Faja and Maja.
Faja. Did you just reference Austin Powers right now?
Oh yeah, Austin Powers.
Amazing.
Born and raised,
I love Austin Powers.
The Spy Who Shagged Me is one of the most defining moments of my life.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Goldmember was that for me.
Goldmember?
I love Goldmember. 1 billion, gajillion, billion. Yo, dog. I can never say the word billion without ever thinking about Goldmember.
What are the most iconic movies of that era? I think of Anchorman.
I think, oh my God, dog. I say that's Will Ferrell's greatest movie ever, next to Old School, and then Kicking and Screaming.
I'd almost still put Anchorman over Old School, but Old School is so good.
It's such a classic, man. Anchorman's bro, like, and it's like the bloopers in itself too, bro. Like the song, I never realized how incredible Will Ferrell was until Anchorman, and even the other guys too, man. Like Steve Carell was absolutely amazing. I love Lamp.
It works 60%.
I love Lamp.
60% of the time, every time.
It's called Sex Panther. What is it? It's illegal in 9 countries.
Yeah,
dog. I remember one of my
well, they can't make movies like that anymore because it's too offensive.
It is too offensive, man. I remember like one of my this one girl I used to mess with back in the day, man. Like I'm just chilling with her, we snuggling, and I told them like, yo, babe, you know, I wrote a song for you. She like, oh, and she like, can I hear it? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And I was bullshitting the whole time, and the only thing that came into my head was, gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna have some afternoon delight.
My motto's always been, when it's right, it's right. While waiting to the middle of a
cold night.
Yeah, I mean, that was iconic. Like,
bro,
that song changed it.
Oh, man.
That was a good duet right there.
It was
Thank
good.
you, man. Appreciate it, man. Paul Rudd was amazing, too. I feel like that was the first time I saw Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, Chris Pratt, two of my favorite, easily my two probably like top 5 favorite actors.
Yeah, really? Oh, so then you love the Marvel movies then, having them together.
Well, they get their moments for sure. I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fire.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I thought those were like the best films.
Do you think so? Yeah.
They're so good. Yeah. My favorite film of all time, though, is both Gladiator and Braveheart.
Wow. I haven't seen Braveheart in many years.
Braveheart. Every man dies, but not every man really lives.
Remember that
Iconic. Iconic. Because that's a big thing. We're going to all have to sit on our deathbed one day and ask ourselves, did we live? So now if you're sitting there wondering, should I take that trip? Should I ask her out? Should I apply for the job? Should I quit the job?
Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do whatever is going to make you not feel like you bitched out.
Damn, man. Like, I never want to get to a place, bro, like, where I just look back, like, yeah, I wish I did that shit, man. You know? Like, I don't want to look at my kids' eyes, like, when I have kids one day, and just be like, yeah, your dad was scared, you know? Like, I just want to be completely out of my comfort zone, man, in every way possible. You talking about spearfishing. I'm like, I've never done it, but fuck, that sounds dope, man. Let's do it, bro. Hell yeah. Like, I don't want to say no to things, man. You know? Like, I'm in that place in my life right now, man, like, where, like, I refuse to say no unless it's illegal, unless it's some bullshit, unless I'm really like, all right, I'm about to get really hurt on some shit.
Yeah.
Or if it's just
you have
wrong.
to try new experiences. I mean, my buddy Suyash texted me the other day.
Suyash,
and he said, "Hey man, you want to play paddleball? Pickleball.
Bro, I just played pickleball for the first time like 6 months ago. It's the fucking shit,
It's
dog.
like one of the best games ever.
I love it. Like, it's like a mini tennis
ping pong mix.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's intense, dog.
It's intense.
Yeah, it's intense.
So he tells me, he's like, meet at the Miami Beach golf course at 6 o'clock. And I'm great. I get there at 6 and there's no one there. There's just some rando folks. Yeah. And I text him. I'm like, hey man, like, where you at? He's like, oh, I'm going to be late, but Marco and Jacob are there or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. So I just like go in the corner. I'm like, hey, is anyone here like Mark and Jake? And they're like, oh, I'm Mark, I'm Jake. And next thing you know, it's just I get put on. They just start teaching me. They just start like without even like I felt like I paid them for a private lesson.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's so cool.
Chef Michael, you're the man. I appreciate you so much. Chef Michael just took me in. He's a private chef for celebrities and he just finished chemotherapy and he very quickly. He did it in he did a 4-week treatment in
That's
5
it?
days.
That's a what?
Yeah, he's a G.
Damn.
And then he just immediately started teaching me pickleball, and next thing you know, I got gangster with it real quick.
Yeah.
I just started dominating.
You seem like a natural athlete.
I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm competitive.
Yeah.
Competitive.
I love that.
But here's the thing: my natural athleteness is my ability to hustle. I don't
Yeah.
really have much skill. I have hustle.
Yeah. I like that.
You
And
know?
honestly,
So as I age, I'm just gonna be screwed.
we need that on the Giants, dog.
Yeah, let's put Ian out there.
Let's put
It
you
might
out
help
there,
us.
man.
We
Well,
need someone who wants to win.
What position? What position we put in Ian in, Sky?
Probably throw him in at quarterback. Give him a
At
try.
quarterback. You're not a Daniel Jones believer?
No. I like him, and I like what I think it was it not Tiki who said, or no, I don't know. Someone was just like, he just hasn't had a good chance, a good go at it because
He
he's just
hasn't.
like in
There's
this
been
terrible system.
No offensive line. None of
Tiki
that.
Barber was my favorite. Is my favorite name of an athlete of
It's a
all
great
time.
name.
That's a great name.
Tiki
He
Barber.
used to also fumble the shit out of the ball
Yeah.
all the time, man. The year after we finally let him go, after he retired, we won a Super Bowl. Go
Yeah.
figure.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, man.
But I'd put Ian as a D-back.
And
Is
as a
that what
D-bag,
you-
right? I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
Should we name the dog Tiki?
No.
No.
You guys are getting a dog?
I'm getting a dog.
Yeah? What kind of
Yeah.
dog?
He's
It's
getting
a
a lion, he's
Bucerin.
getting a tiger.
What is that?
The biggest. It's a full-time job. It's a mix between a Rottweiler and a German Shepherd.
Wow.
I'm getting a big gangster dog.
Why not Tiki?
Well, if I told myself if I got a dog, I'd call it Barkley.
Like Charles Barkley?
Like
Okay.
Saquon.
Oh, like Saquon.
Well, I'm gonna. So the
I like it though, Barkley. That's a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
dog
let it
name.
play
the
in
front
there.
runner name right now is Jones.
Why Jones?
Well, my alter ego and my whole life has been around
True.
Jones, like
Yeah.
Len Jones, and
Yeah.
now I'm no longer Len Jones on Instagram, which was like me coming out of my shell.
I love that.
It was a big moment, going from Len Jones to Ian Lenhart.
I love that.
But I just think Jones, the Buceron, is pretty
Yeah.
gangster.
Yeah.
'Cause you can call him Jonesy, Big
Oh,
Jones,
come here, Jonesy.
Papa Jones,
Papa Jones.
Mr.
I like
Jones.
that. I've had some nights at Mr. Jones.
But you
dog.
can't name an animal until you meet it, though, no matter what.
You think so?
I
Yeah.
hope I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
That's why
you're right.
some of these people have really effed up names
Be some shit, bro.
because they didn't meet them yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her Apple.
uh,
Girl, you ain't no computer.
worst names.
I mean,
Yeah,
Apple is kind of a cool name. It's a $1 billion company, but worst names.
Yeah, for like a pet.
Diamond is probably a pretty bad name.
Ew.
You know, what's your name? Diamond.
Is that what the dog's gonna say?
Pretty bad name. I don't know. What's your
Try-
name? Wood.
Trying to think of
Woody. Yeah.
names I didn't like.
I remember that. Yeah, there was I never liked Bertha for some reason, right?
No, it's
And
a
so
terrible name.
Bertha was an awful name, and so I tell this to my like.
This is a tough thing because there's people listening that have that name.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm going in this direction. So like, you know, I'm with a few of my boys and shit, and I'm like, man, that shit is ugly. It's almost as ugly as having somebody called Bertha. Like, that's an ugly
I
ass
think a
name,
lot of
man.
the celebrity names are the ones that are like whack.
Super whacked out. But yo, I'm talking shit, and I'm like, it's like Bertha. That's an ugly ass name. My boy looks at me like, yo, it's my mom's name. You better relax, though. And I'm like, nah. And I'm thinking he bullshit, man. I'm thinking he lying. Like, yo, it's my mom's name and stop playing. I'm like, man, you playing though. He's like, I will call her right now. He called her. He's like, ma, ¿cómo es tu nombre? Like, what's your name? Berta. I'm like, whoo, my bad. And then one day I was at his house and he literally put me on blast in front of his mom. Like, ma, you know he don't
Well, I
like
like
your
the
name.
pronunciation. Berta.
Berta. Berta sounds better in Spanish.
Yeah, Bertha. is
Bertha.
Well, I'm not an expert at naming humans because I don't have any, but I would say that if you're gonna name a human, wouldn't you want to set that human up for success?
Like I want to give my kids
Like you don't want to
marketable
name
names.
you don't want to name your human Ivana Humpalot or like some like
good
effed up
names.
name.
See more butts.
Yeah, you don't
These
want to
are
do
good
that.
names. These are good
you know?
names. These are viral names you're throwing out.
Yeah.
We live in a viral age.
Yeah.
But you do want to set them up for success with that brand because going back to the likes and comments, you got to build your brand. Everyone's got to build your brand.
Facts.
You know, you got to start building your brand now because
Yeah.
your brand won't pay off for 3 to 6 years.
yeah.
So you don't think about it like tomorrow I'm going to put out a podcast or
Yeah.
a piece of content or do a gig and everything's going to blow up. You got to think about it in long term. Think
Facts.
about it as building the foundation
Yep.
so that one day that you have the swag and the credibility to attract top talent and get people to take you seriously.
Yeah.
Which is why I love what you've done with Pizzle Productions.
Thank you, man.
Because you have created a brand for yourself and you're on the up and up and up.
Thank you,
I
man.
mean, you're constantly grinding. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And it started in radio. Give us the background on like how did that journey start?
Damn.
Because like what you do is so rare. Like,
yeah.
When you think about things people do.
Yeah.
Very rare what you're doing.
Yeah. It's dope, man. It's super dope. I mean, like Pizzle Productions kind of like not fell into my lap, but like it just happened, you know. Like God needed to take me through particular journeys first, man, before like I had the realization of like shit, you know, like I should open up my own company. And then like the name was easy, like Al Pizzle. That's always been my brand name. Used to be Al P. Actually, before that, it was Alex Poderoso when I was just straight Latin market. And then I shortened it down to Al P. And then Al P turned into Al Pizzle because people can search Al Pizzle. But you put Al P and then Al Pacino starts popping up and all these different names. And yeah, so it started off, I mean, I was 13 years old, dog. And listening to the radio, man, I just knew. I'm like, fuck. Listening to Alex Sensation in New York, man. I thought it was the coolest thing, man, just hearing some guy just talk. And he was, first of all, he was mixing. He was mixing some dope-ass music, some salsa. I grew up on, you know, my Spanish music, salsa, bachata, reggaeton, merengue, all that. And I just loved the mix, man. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was with my dad in his car and in his apartment, and then I heard him talk to somebody, to some old lady who called in, and she was like, Alex, like, you know, I was having such a bad day, and it's because of you that my day is getting better. Thank you so much for the great energy, for the music. Like, she was just so thankful. And the way that he responded, it was like he was a family member that we were just talking to, you know? It felt so personal. It felt like there was such a connection there. And it was an epiphany for me. I knew when I was 12, 13 years old, I'm like, fuck, I want to be a DJ on the radio. That's what I want to do. Hell yeah. And when I was 12, I started working at my dad's restaurant as a coat check. I had a chocolate cartel in my schools too, and so like
what's a chocolate cartel?
A chocolate cartel. So when I was in high school, I used to just sell chocolate, but mad chocolate though, like chocolate bars that you buy like at Costco and shit, and you just sell them like $2 or $3 each. And yeah, so like I had like my high school was big. We had like over like 3,400 students, and so I had like maybe like 10 to 15 people under me. So like every day my book bag, I would carry multiple book bags with me. None of it ever had books. It was always this mad chocolate. and I would meet up with like my employees. I'm like a freshman in sophomore high school. I love chocolate. Yeah, hell yeah. And like I would pass it to like my employees and they would sell it. End of the day, they would give me my cut. And it's like, and I would sell my boxes too. So like I had my chocolate cartel. My principal called me Chocolate Escobar because I was Colombian, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. And yes, I was saving my money for my DJ equipment. Boom. Like started practicing, learning on my own, dog, and started doing like live streams, straight from the room, eating cookies and milk in my tank top and shorts and shit. And yeah, and I was just getting my practices.
Do you think you can just learn that DJing, or is it something you can learn, or something you're kind of inherently born with?
I think
like the sound, like some people just hear. Some people can listen to something and just play it like on an instrument. Like that is not some shit you learn. That is some natural born talent if you can do that.
I think people can't like I yes and no. You know, I think yes, people can just pick something up and be really good at it. But then I also do believe that if somebody can really work on it, that they can be really good at it too, you know? And just because you're naturally talented at, as something, doesn't mean that the person who's less talented won't be better than you. You know, like True. I do believe that hard work beats out talent.
Well, I mean,
every single day of the
execution
week.
too is always going to be an idea.
Absolutely. Now you can tell, talent, and talent will help you. Talent is a major head start. That's a blessing from God right there, man. Like when you're really good naturally at something that you do or anything that you do, you're way ahead of the game. And so, I didn't realize until like I was like 15 years old when I was like throwing my own team parties and shit, like how good I was with like just connecting with people and just talking with people. And yeah, so little by little, man, just throwing my parties and shit. Like I was 18, 19, already DJing at a bunch of big clubs in New York and in Jersey. I got an opportunity to intern at La Mega, which is a Spanish station. Not La Mega, Amor 93.1, same company. But and yeah, man, from there I was like, it was just an opportunity, man. Like the guy that put me on, his name is AJ El Callejero. My brother AJ, what up, though?
Shout out AJ.
He was hosting a club that I was DJing at, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm lit, dog. I got like fucking 4 drinks in my system. I'm 18. Like, I don't know how to act right now, man. And it's like 1,000 people that I'm rocking in front of. Things are a little blurry. And he's on the mic, and I tell him, I'm like, yo, like, I know you're on the radio, man. Like, I just want an opportunity, man. Like, I want your job. You know, like, I want to do what you do, but even better. And I mean that respectfully. Like, put me on, please. And like I told him, I'm down to be your bitch, bro. Like, I don't care what I gotta do. Like, get you coffee, get you food, do your fucking homework. I don't care what it is, man. Run through Times Square butt naked with your logo on my chest. Like, I just wanted my foot in the door, man. I told you just like that. Thank God I was lit, bro. And yeah, man. And he was like, take down my number, hit me up on Sunday. And I hit him up on Sunday, and then my first day was that Monday with him, and he's been my best friend.
So you just
since.
demanded it. You just demanded it in the universe.
Pretty much, man. Like, I knew I wanted it since I was like 12 or 13 years old. So I started with him, man. Then from there, jumped into another company a couple years later, another radio station, and it's crazy because like I just wanted an opportunity to be on the air. I wanted to have that same impact that I felt when Alex Sensation was talking to that old lady when I was 12 years old on the radio. And I just knew that I wanted to make people feel good, bro. I always knew that was my purpose, man. I want to make people feel good, bro. I feel like one of my purposes in life is to bring a smile to certain people, to just make people feel like, you know what, man? You know, like, I was having a shitty day, but I smiled a little bit, though. You know, like, I feel some sort of joy just crossing paths with him, even if it was just for a minute or even if it was for an hour, you know?
Do you ever personally get sad? Like, do you ever get depressed?
Absolutely, man. To a point where, like, I've almost committed suicide multiple times, like to that extent, bro. And a lot of it will have to do with me wanting to please everybody else rather than trying to please myself, you know. And
how did it get that? Like, how did it get that bad?
A lot of it will have to do. It was mainly.
If you're comfortable sharing.
Absolutely, man. It was always a combination between finances and girls, you know, straight up, you know. And like, and I always felt like, you know, for some reason I'll be placed in positions where. It was like we talked about a cycle before, right? How there's a social media cycle, right? Like, you just get in and you get trapped, right? There's also a cycle when it comes to relationships too, where you keep on dating the same kind of person over and over again, where you keep on hanging around the same kind of people over and over again. And the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So with bad habits that I've built in the past, between finances, between the people I was dealing with, you know, between deaths that were coming into, you know, my life, which obviously, like, those kind of things you can't control. Like, I just remember, like, I found myself, it's funny, the irony, I found myself losing myself. And I would look at myself in the mirror and I would fucking cry my ass off. And I'm a Cancer, dog. We're Cancers, dog. You feel me? Birthdays. I just realized that right now. We emotional.
I hate being called a Cancer. I just don't like. That's why I don't like horoscopes.
People are like Pisces. Woo. We can't be like Cancers. Woo.
Yeah, we're Cancer. The worst thing on earth.
Yeah, literally.
It's tight. Continue.
And yeah, so like I would get to a place where I would just be crying my ass off on some like moving the chin type of thing, and like just on my knees, like not knowing what to do, like seeing like what's around, just looking for anything to just kind of take away the pain, and thoughts crossing my mind, like I feel like I'm a burden to everybody, man, to my family, to my friends, to anybody I've crossed paths with, and I couldn't be further from the truth. But this the conversation of the cycle that I was talking about was like, I needed to, on a dating standpoint, I knew I needed to be the person. All right, this is a better way of putting it. Somebody once told me, are you the person that the person you're looking for is looking for? And I never was before that. You know, I was always expecting somebody to be great, but I was a piece of shit though. So who am I to be so entitled in wanting something so great when I myself in that moment was not great? So then realizing things like that would only make me more sad, because it's like, fuck, man, like I know I'm better than this. I know I can be better than this, but my thoughts and my words are one thing. My actions are doing things that are just the complete opposite of what I truly feel in my heart. And so knowing that I was going the opposite direction in many different ways from what I wanted to, from who I wanted to become, put me in a very dark place, you know? And then also, like, you know, when you compare yourself on social media, that doesn't really help, you know? It just adds fuel to the fire. It just got to a place, man, where, like, I found myself dating the same kind of girls. It was always the same kind of fights. It was always the same kind of arguments. It got to a place where, like, in my last relationship, it got very emotionally and physically abusive, to where she would swing at me, and like it was bad. Like, I had to go to the hospital type shit. Like, she got me, like, yo, like, shouts to Johnny Depp, because I feel like he's normalizing that domestic violence does exist the other way around, bro. Real shit, man. And I do believe that it happens more often, men on women, right? Men against women. But there are women out there who do abuse their men too. And because we're in such a place in society where, like, the men always got to be strong, we can't look like we're being beat down by a woman, anything like that. Like, it's like,
so this relationship really effed you up.
Oh, no, absolutely. And it was like, you know, that one particular relationship really fucked me up, like, literally and also emotionally and all. But then it was also, like, just so many emotionally abusive relationships that I was in on both parts, right? Yeah. Two-way streets, where I was giving off that abusive energy and vice versa. And then that last relationship, you know, it just got physical. And, you know, once she really landed some good ones on me, and I had to go to the hospital, where, like, I had, like, the orbits of my eye sockets were fractured. I got a concussion, and yet, like, I remember I got home one particular night, that one last night, where, like, after I got home from the hospital, and I looked at myself in the mirror, bro. My eyes are so puffed out from crying so much. I dropped down to my knees, man, and I just said, help. You know, I didn't know to what, I didn't know to who. At that time, I didn't have the relationship with God that I have right now. I just knew that something needed to change, man. And what I realized now is, in that moment, I wasn't going through a breakdown. I was going through a breakthrough. You know, I needed all this shit to have happened in all these different relationships, especially that last one. I needed to see all the fucked up relationships that were around me too, to finally realize and understand that, like, just because I've always been around certain environments doesn't mean that I have to be a part of that too. I don't need to continue the cycle of society. I can be a good man and be good to my woman, whoever that may be one day, which I do have. Thank God. Shouts to my baby. Nati, what up? Had to throw that in there. What's up, babe? What up? What up, babe? You see your man? Yo, we out here.
What up,
my
baby?
brother Lenizzle out here, Len Jones, formerly known.
Yeah, he's a damn good day show. Here we are.
Quick little plug-in. Yeah, man.
No,
like,
that's intense.
I knew I needed to do better. I knew I had and have the ability to be the greatest version of myself, right?
Well, I think it's interesting, though, because it's like people that are so overly positive, like myself sometimes, people, especially when I'm in a really good mood, I just go on my story and say, what up, y'all? It was a damn good day. Have a damn good day. But, like, everyone gets in bad moods.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
People
We're human.
need to know that. But I think that
drive in Miami, you'll get in the bad mood real quick.
But by rocking my "It's a Damn Good Day" shirt when I walk around town and people randomly say, it's a damn good day, or it's a damn good, like, it just makes me and them feel good.
Yeah.
Because it invokes the best in people, which
Absolutely.
is just genuine kindness
and joy,
which we don't experience that much.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think people need to do it more. You need to wear positivity on your face.
Positivity is contagious, dog. But so is negativity, though.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is why
Like
there's
mosquitoes.
So much of it
That's why I just screened in my porch.
Yeah.
Can't be having these mosquitoes sucking my soul. You know?
Word. I can't wait to have a little ciggy with you one of these days.
Yeah, we're
man.
having a cigar. We're doing it after this. It's called a Perla.
Ooh.
It's actually baby Lancero, but the correct name is Perla. Lanceros are like these really skinny stogies.
Yeah.
They're funny. They're like
I love
as long as a Churchill.
Yeah.
But they're real skinny.
Yeah.
It's like some Corella DeVille type swag.
I love that.
But these ones we just got are called Perlas. They're like really tiny. They're kind of like cigarellos in a sense.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to commit to like a really long cigar, like even like a Robusto is probably the next size up. That's like a solid little stiffy.
Yeah.
These little stogies are nice little,
I like
nice little
that.
Joneses.
I used to roll weed with cigarillos before, like back in the day, back in Jersey and all. I'm more of a Dutch guy. I like going back to the hood with that. You know, keep it to the classics. I like blunts because they burn slow, man. They burn real slow, man. Mom, I hope you're watching. You just learned that I smoke weed now.
No, I mean, but are blunts bad for your lungs? Because technically, when you smoke a cigar, you don't inhale the cigar. Yeah. But when you smoke a blunt, you're wrapping the tobacco on top of you're inhaling it.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
Just because it's weed doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about that, right? Like,
you don't smoke blunts every day.
So it's healthier.
Well, that used to be the thing, though.
I don't know.
Like 16, 15, 16, you know, that was it. Everyone would throw fives. You throw fives.
Yeah, I got 5 on it.
You know?
We're doing damage to ourselves.
Those were simpler times, man.
Yeah, they were simpler times. $5 for gas. It's not like you get barely a gallon now.
Yeah, you can't even
get a gallon for that.
So you go to brunch, you get there, you're like, all right, let's turn back.
That ass. So what? So all right, are J's healthier?
Oh, for sure.
Smoke?
Yeah.
Because it's paper. But then what are you inhaling from that paper though?
So raw paper, it's unbleached. You know, it's the most refined way of smoking. So there's just no chemicals in the paper.
Yeah.
And I mean, that type of brand is what you would go for. But if you do a traditional zigzag, it's just loaded with chemicals, bonding agents that are just making a tighter formed paper. So I don't know, go raw, whatever, organic papers. But at the end of the day, it's
go raw.
Yeah, there's hemp papers too. And basically it's just really thin. It's just a thin amount to hold the whatever you're smoking inside. If you're going for something healthy, it'd be weed, not tobacco, right? So it's just thin to hold that in, so you're not really getting too much nasty shit in you.
I feel you.
Have you ever heard of Weedjits?
What is Weedjits?
We had the founder on, and he's a legend, Michael Barramon. I don't know. I never say his last name. I just say Michael.
What is Weedjits?
Michael is the man. He's a legend. Shout out Michael and Katya. But he is the founder and president of Weedjits. And basically Michael he's an engineer by trade. Has over 100 different medical device patents. He designs medical instruments to help with insane type of procedures on the human body. Yeah. He's brilliant. And he got into smoking weed at a late age, past 30 years old, 35 years old.
Welcome.
And he fell in love with it, but he hated the negative health effects of it, being someone that's in it. Yeah. So he set out to design the world's cleanest pipe. Yeah. And he did that with the Mazex pipe. I have some here. He gave us some, and I bought one.
That's so dope.
And it's just.
Do you have it with you here in this room or not?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not in the room right
now.
Not
in the room? I know. We'll look at it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
That's sick, dog.
But he designed it. He saw a problem, and now he created this amazing pipe where you can smoke and just have a very clean drag, and you're not getting any of the tar or the resin inside of your body. Wow. And it's awesome.
So it's pure THC.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing that the whole world now is America's chill with weed now. You know? It's about time.
I have a goal, man.
It's not even sketchy anymore. I still used to be weird even talking about it, but we broke through that Len Jones Damn Good Day about, I don't know, 12 episodes ago. Now I'm just a little savage. But America is chill with weed, and they should be. They make so much money taxing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Legalizing weed is like one of the most no-brainer decisions.
Alcohol is so much worse than weed.
Alcohol
has done so much more damage, has killed so many more people, does so much more shit to your body than weed will ever do.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. And it's the most Super Bowl commercials. War,
but you can't buy a beer.
Super Bowl commercials. All you see is fucking Budweiser commercials.
But I love these things in the sense that it should teach everyone that the world is not a structured place. If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you are literally failing. Yeah. Because look at it. Look at the laws. Yep. Weed isn't legal, but yet alcohol is. You can go to war, but you can't buy a beer. Does anyone think that's a problem? If you think it's a problem, then don't follow what everything in society tells you to do. Yeah. Because it's probably going to be also a problem. You got to pave your own path.
Facts.
You got to decide how you want to live. You got to build your own brand.
This is really sounding like a political campaign right now.
You know,
I will vote for you, dog. Can you please edit this part and just put a dun 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 dun. Votes, Len Jones.
The Damn Good Day show.
I like that.
I need a damn good vote for Len Jones.
I like that.
Everyone's gonna have an exotic cat in their house.
Len Jones, Damn Good America.
Damn Good America.
Ooh.
Someone told me that as you get older, you get more into politics. It's like a natural cycle.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm very curious if that is actually the case. I won't know until I'm like, 20 years go by, which we're going to blink and it's going to go by.
It is
another reason. Go get your dreams now, man.
Facts.
You listen to the show. Go.
Facts.
If you have an idea, try. If you don't know how to start,
Google it, YouTube. Everything is out there for you to fucking learn on the internet.
Just take action. Just start doing it. Start doing it. You want to be you want to be good at sales? Just go and start finding people you can sell it to and start building relationships. Get creative. Send them a card. Do something. Show up at their house with a sign that says, please call. Either get a restraining order or get a phone number.
You not succeeding in what you want to do in your life, I think is a fucking choice, man. I think it's a choice, bro. You can fail. I think to fail and to not succeed are two different things, right? I feel like if you fail, all right, you can try again, right? But if you don't succeed, though, I feel like it's you're not really putting in the effort into trying to make it happen for yourself.
Well, what's crazy is that whenever things are good, you think things are like, wow, things are really good right now.
Yeah.
And then you lose that thing. Say you get fired or you break up.
Yeah.
Or something bad happens. You immediately panic because you want that comfort that you just had. And you think, I'm never going to get that again. That was amazing. And what's crazy is flash forward a few weeks or in a month. Next thing you know, something so much better comes.
Yeah.
That happens so much.
Bro, I got fired from my radio gig here in Miami 9-10 months ago, bro. And I was just doing radio. I wasn't doing, I was DJing, clubs and all, but like private events. What I do for Pizzle Productions as far as DJing weddings and building clients and all that, that was not anywhere close to my mind, bro. Like, as soon as I got fired, first thing that came into my mind was, fuck. But as pretty much everybody, like, it was like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do right now? Like radio is all I've known for the last 10 fucking years, man. Like, that's been my bread and butter. It's been what I do. I need to figure it out. All right. About a couple weeks after I got let go, one of my former coworkers from a different station in my old building, he hit me up and he was like, yo, like you want to do a wedding with me? I'm like, yeah, sure, hell yeah. So started putting some money in my pocket. Shouts to Burton, what up? Shutdown Productions. Got to give him a plug on that one. Yeah, man, like, he does a lot of fucking weddings, man. His company is amazing right now. He's doing so well. And he opened up my eyes, like, to me realizing that I'm really good at this. Like, I'm gonna go to, like, the wedding conversation right now. And with what I do, I don't just DJ weddings. I don't just host weddings. For me, I find I have a purpose and a responsibility in this current season of my life to help create the most beautiful memory of Y and Z's lives, right? Y and Z being the bride and groom, or groom and groom, or bride and bride, right? I feel such a purpose and responsibility in making sure that their day goes so smooth and that they have such a good time and that they have particular moments that they can always look back to for the rest of their lives or for the rest of their marriage, because you never know how long it can last. I feel so strong about me having this place in this season and building these forever memories for these people, man, And so with Pizzle Productions, what I think is beautiful about it, and with Shutdown Productions, my brother Burton, it's amazing how much more purpose I've grown to understand about myself. And I wouldn't have gotten to this place in my life. I wouldn't have opened Pizzle Productions. I wouldn't have been an entrepreneur, at least not right now, had I not been fired. I feel like humans excel under pressure.
Well, you don't do shit. When you're not, when you're in a comfortable scenario, you just keep doing it over and over to keep it coming.
Yeah.
You keep the cheddar coming, and then naturally the human brain optimizes towards doing the least amount of work to continue making the most money.
Yep.
But when you're fired, now all of a sudden you actually have to put in work.
Yeah.
You might find yourself putting more work in 1 week after that oh shit moment than you did the previous year.
Yeah.
Because you start learning, you start Googling, you start figuring shit out.
Facts.
Because once you figure something out, eventually you go into cruise control.
Yeah. For sure, man.
Stop hitting the accelerator.
Yeah. And it's just been such a blessing, man. I'm just so grateful to God that like I have Pizzle Productions, man, and like where weddings are typically in the weekends, right? Sometimes on Mondays, which is weird, but I've been getting some Monday weddings recently. But it's given me free time during the week, man. It's allowed me to visit my family more often in Jersey and in Colombia, and it's allowed me to spend more time with my girl who I love so much, man. It's allowed me to fucking now like I'm doing like Uber and Lyft like just as an extra income, and all that money is going directly to funding the ring for my girl, you know? So everything I'm making for my company, you know, it just like nothing changes as far as my routine, man, and I feel free. I never realized how fucking locked down I was at my old job. Although I love radio, I love doing radio. I love the connections that I've been able to build and make and have with so many different listeners and average people that live in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach. Like that was my favorite part about the job, about radio. I hated the corporate structure of it. I hated the behind the scenes things of it. But it was being able to inspire somebody that I have no idea exists, right? To where they just hit me up like, yo, I miss you on the air. Like, I didn't kill myself today because you said this on the air today. I was having such a bad day, but then you said this and you made me fucking crack up hysterically. I thought I was the only one going through this.
Which is sort of your own therapy too, because
it was 100% my therapy, man. I would vent on there. I would be myself, man. Just being able to talk like this, man. Just me and you, minus the curses. Although I did curse a few times, man, and cost my company some money every now and then. But I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, man. I feel like every season that we go through, man, there is a purpose for that season, man. The season that you're in right now with the Damn Good Day show, man. Like you're just bringing in such incredible energy in all your episodes, and you're just soaking in so much more information, and you're creating this platform for other people to retain this information and for them to continue to evolve and grow. Evolution is such an important thing. That is a natural and beautiful cycle of the human nature, right?
For sure.
Of the human, well, I want to say it in Spanish. Then human nature is a good word.
Well, it's interesting too. Sometimes we have guests on that are just all stars. They're like, yeah, this is my first podcast. I'm like, what?
That's cool.
What?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
When you give someone the mic to tell their story,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And these interviews, they live on YouTube.
Yeah.
In the future, they get discovered.
Yeah.
We create awesome, reels and clips that people get pushed. Their content gets pushed. It's awesome.
Everybody got a story, man.
Everyone got a story.
Somebody once told me, man, like every fucking room you walk into has a fucking story.
And here's the thing. If you don't have a story right now, go make a story.
Everybody got a story. Even if it's a small, short story, even if it's like one chapter, even if it's not as dramatic as the next person, don't compare your story to another person's story. Just because one person went through mad shit and then all of a sudden did mad shit to get on top and to be successful and all does not make your story any smaller than that person.
Yeah, it's like the thing. You can't compare your chapter 3 to their chapter 20.
Exactly, man.
It's you versus you. Are you better than where you were? That helps me because I've gotten like mentally developed over the past like I really just want all of my friends to win, but once in a while, something happens where I'm just like, damn it, like that how, and then I remember it's me versus me. It's not that everyone else is on their own. You don't know what's going on in someone else's life. You don't know what's happening with their health, which is another reason why when you're at the gym, you should never judge anyone at the gym because you don't know if they broke their leg last year or if they have like, some crazy surgery. You should just never make pre-assumptions because I've been in that scenario where I couldn't work out. I got mad skinny. I was like 150 pounds, skin and bones, and like I was a mess. And if I were to be in public, I just look like a skinny little So you just be careful when you do judge people with that because you never know.
Everybody
never know what they're going through.
Yeah. I love what you just said though, man. Your What was it? Your chapter 3
You can't compare your chapter 3 to someone's chapter 20.
That's amazing, right?
Or chapter 1 to chapter 20. Like when I first started this podcast, if you go to episode 1 through 4, I mean they're god awful.
Yeah.
But as you go through 1 through 150, look at us now.
Yeah.
This is the even Sky. We've talked about having this studio forever.
Yeah.
And now it's
Long
happening.
time.
And now it's happening.
You guys have worked hard for it, man. You guys have manifested it. You guys have built something that's just so beautiful, man. And yo, honestly, man, like both of you, Sky, Len Jones. I'm gonna call you Len Jones, man.
For sure,
bro. You guys have beautiful energy, man. And with that, bro, the universe sees that. God sees that. And I feel like good things happen to good people, And you're allowing people to share stories. You're allowing people to just be like, you know what? That's me right there.
Yeah,
whatever guess that is.
Anyone, it's people that are outstanding, and you're outstanding.
I appreciate
love
that
conversation. I mean, we met at Augusto's dinner party.
Augusto, what up?
I met so many outstanding people,
yeah.
And we feature outstanding people because that's what's great. I mean, your future is endless. You're just going up and up and up, which is another thing. If we always end all the podcasts like this, if you could go back in time and you could have told future you, old you, and you could have told. Let me start this over. I screwed that up. If you could go back in time and you could have told a younger version of yourself 1, 2, or 3 things that could have saved you a ton of time, money, headache, heartache, tears, and obviously some things people always say is I would have invested in Bitcoin or things like that. Or I wouldn't have told myself anything because it made me who I am today, which is great answers.
Yeah.
What are some of those things that you would have told, chocolate cartel you?
Yeah. It's funny, man. It's just everything. I just truly believe that everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. The only thing, if I had the opportunity to talk to my younger self, I would just say, your time will come. Your time will come. Live out your story, go through your bullshit, because it's all the bullshit that's gonna make you who you are, eventually. And yeah, man, I think about myself, man, when I was younger, bro, and just who I strongly feel that I am right now. I am the greatest version of myself right now, man, because I fucking worked hard on it, dog. Because I would pray every single day, man, because I put good people around me, because I cut off dead weight, because I took away people that just aren't good for me, just like how there's food that will kill you, there's people that will kill you internally too. I just think it's such a I think the next best opportunity to go after the greatest version of yourself is right now. Just fucking go for it. I would tell myself, don't even think twice about anything you want to do. Just do it. Fuck what everybody else got to say. People going to talk shit regardless. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Just do it.
How can people follow you on the gram? How can people get more Pizzle Productions? Give the people what they want.
Hell yeah. So it's Al Pizzle. ITS Al Pizzle is my personal brand. Pizzle Productions LLC is my wedding company brand. And also, we ain't even talk about it, but briefly, just follow me at It's Al Pizzle. I also make music too, man. So I got my album that's going to be dropping within the next year or two. And so that's been my childhood dream on top of radio as well. So music is definitely on the way.
Well, we're gonna go smoke some cigars, and you're gonna have to play that album.
Okay, cool. I got a couple things in my phone.
Perfect.
My brother, thank you for having me, man. Sky, appreciate you, dog. Go Giants here.
Let's do it.
Super Bowl show. Till next time. This is a damn good day to have a damn good day.